What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another Arsenal Evo RTG video. Is it even an Arsenal Evo RTG anymore? I don't know, guys. This series has been all over the place, hasn't it? And the journey might still have been fun, but it wasn't as planned. Plans never really stick to the plan, do they? However, I've got 32 player picks to start with today. These expire tomorrow anyway, or by the time you're watching this, these are expired. But these are the final player picks I'm going to do either way because the crafting upgrade is here. And so everything is going to be poured into that now going forwards. So if you guys are enjoying the content, you want to drop a thumbs up, it would be very much appreciated. And I think today we're actually going to go for a little run through down what I had planned for this series and what has transpired. The idea this series was to use an Arsenal-only team with Evos. The idea of the actual Road to Glory was still to just have fun, have a regular Road to Glory, do all the normal things, and then use Arsenal Evos only. And the idea in my mind was we weren't going to get that many Evos, and we were going to be able to pick like a handful of players that would be able to upgrade consistently throughout the year and, you know, maybe have on the bench when they kind of fall below the power curve and bring them on as they, you know, maybe get an Evo to bring them back into like contention. And we actually stuck by that for a while. And then we actually got a lot of Evos early stages. So I kind of lent a little bit more in towards, let me actually just use Arsenal players. And so we started using some of the Arsenal icons, some of the Arsenal special cards and promo cards, you know, that Erdegaard Centurions card and things like that. And that was all grand. But then the power curve changed significantly. It got pumped, didn't it? Thunderstruck. Drove that power curve up like you have never seen. And so the Arsenal team kind of fell by the wayside. And I couldn't emotionally like take the fact that I just couldn't compete with it. And it's still the same now. You know, sometimes we get a few Evos or a few players that bring the Arsenal team a little bit back up, and then everything else just skyrockets. And I think like team of the season will probably be, finally we get a walkout. Team of the season will probably be the time where we'll be able to do the best because we'll probably have much better Evos. Hey, we'll probably have several Arsenal team of the seasons, both men and women. And so building an Arsenal Evo team then, or an Arsenal team then, could be the plan. Then I faced against somebody in the last episode, and in Champs, he had a full Irish Evo team, and I messaged him, he was a viewer, and he said, like, you know, he only gets like 6 to 9 wins a weekend, but he doesn't mind because he just enjoys playing with a team. And it's like, okay, that's mad. And so it made me think, let me go back to the Arsenal team. But then you see the way people play and the way that I play and the way that I feel like you need to play to be successful. And I couldn't do it again. I played a couple of games with the Arsenal team, and I'm now sat here like I need to build a big team. And by the way, these player picks, other than 2 informs, have been absolutely atrocious. Finally, another walkout. Yeah, so that's been kind of like the journey up to here. And I wish that I could stick to something, and you guys probably wish even more so that I could stick to something, because we're in a position where we could either go one of 2 ways. We could either go down the route of everything leaning towards getting Arsenal players and improving the Arsenal team, right? And what I mean by that is quite literally every single item that's in my club that is not an Arsenal player or an Arsenal icon will be put into the exchange, into upgrade fodder, into icons, into anything you want to get rid of it to work towards the Arsenal players. Because obviously right now we've got Bergkamp, Henry, Saka, and Mead, all special Arsenal cards, all of which would upgrade this team absolutely. We've also got Declan Rice in the team, who's got a better card at like 4 million coins. We've also got the Petite card that's very good, and I wouldn't mind having in the team. We've got Petr Cech's Team of the Year card. We've got Patrick Vieira with multiple versions. We've got special versions of Gabriel Jesus. And I don't know if I would prefer to do that and just start pouring everything into this being literally Arsenal only, or if we carry on trying to use fun players, because there's a lot of fun players, right? You know, for me, like the aerial guys, the bigs right now, they're a lot of fun to play with, and there's no Arsenal players that have, you know, aerial plus. And so I'm like, am I going to miss out on playing the game for fun, like the actual gameplay for fun? Am I going to miss out on that if I go down this Arsenal route? And so this will be an episode where we persevere the best we can with the Arsenal team. No, what we're going to do is we're going to play 5 games with this Arsenal team, up to 10 champs games. I'm 3-2 at the moment. Then we're going to play 10 games or 5 games with a fun team, and then 5 games with whatever team. And we're going to take some comments as to what you guys really want to see, and we'll figure it out from there. But for now, this is the team that we are going to take into the next 5 games. So let's go and get into some action. All right, guys. So as we go into the games for today, first thing to note is I am all over the place with this team. I know I am. And I'm going to address that a little bit in the first comment. It was a top comment from yesterday's video, and it's from Samoy G. And he says, Nep, I'm sad. I really love the daily uploads, and this format means I can't see the actual moment where you're at. But hey, at least you didn't stop the RTG. By the way, please can you do at least a weekly upload on the lowest rated Evo RTG? And yeah, it's been a year, man. You know, I'm not going to go back to daily uploads, but I am going to go back to more regular uploads. I want to try and find a day, like a kind of like structure. But the problem is, and one of the reasons why the Road to Glory has died over the last few years, apart from the actual game itself, right? Because people still watch terrible games in their droves, including this one. But one of the reasons why the RTGs died over the last couple of years is actually massively down to YouTube and the way that they've changed their algorithm. No longer do people get like use the subscription page for what a dumb goal to concede. You know, no longer do people use the sub page to watch content. It's all about the For You page now, or on TikTok, or in terms of like YouTube, it's not a For You page, it's the home page. And the home page, like for example, if I click on my home page right now on YouTube, if I go to main and home, with the first sort of like 5 or 10 videos that are presented to me, one of them is from 3 years ago, one of them is from 2 years ago, and one of them is from 9 months ago. And that's just the first 10 videos that are presented to me. And so what YouTube effectively wants, and hey, listen, I get it from YouTube's perspective. I understand why. But what YouTube effectively wants is content that can be watched in a day, in a week, in a month, in a year, or even in a decade. You know, something relevant, something that's going to maintain its kind of like value over time. And unfortunately for Ultimate Team, and specifically the way that I created and create Ultimate Team content, my content is about the daily news of the 6 p.m. content, or a Road to Glory that tracks the daily kind of grind of the content, and YouTube just doesn't care for that. So unless YouTube go back to an older algorithm, or you know, unless it's a nice little bit of spin there from Henri, innit? Or unless I kind of completely pivot on the content, the daily Road to Glory just kept dying for views, dying for views, and dying for views. And it's really sad, because I loved and love the daily side of the RTG. I love the journey, but it's, you know, it does get a bit demoralizing these days when I like, you know, click on a video to read some comments and stuff, and half of them are bots these days. Half that are left are people just being unnecessarily toxic or memey for no reason. And then there's like 5 comments of people that are actually commenting. And again, it's nobody's fault. It's just the way the industry has evolved, the way content creation has evolved, the way people consume content has evolved. And I was chasing the kind of like, I was chasing the side of things where it's like, you know, yesterday's RTG, for example, was titled like 4 icon pack. And yeah, you could probably watch that in a month or a week's time, but not actually in the context of what it is, because it's a really long video The 4 icon packs are split throughout the video, and it's one of those ones where it's not really evergreen content, and I've dug myself into a hole of trying to chase the evergreen content with the content that I'm making, and it just doesn't work. And so I thought to myself, and I said to Viper earlier today, I'm just going to go back to just uploading content when I've got it now. I am enjoying the RTG. I am enjoying building the Arsenal team. I get new leases of life in this game, and I think you need them, right? You know, I used to get hung up so much on like, oh god, they're gonna think this of me, and they're gonna think that of me, because, you know, obviously it's like I want to give consistency, but sometimes in this game you can't give consistency. Like this week, for example, there's so much to do. There's cool players, there's cool SBCs. We're getting upgrades on showdowns, upgrades on Fantasy FC cards. We've got icon packs. We've got that incredible store pack that is going to be opened. I've got some really cool Evos. There's loads of cool content. Last week, there was nothing. And I've got to just appreciate and understand that if there's nothing, I'll upload nothing. And if there's something, I'll upload something, and stop trying to kind of define it. And that's one of the things that has worked really, really well for me throughout my YouTube career, has been defining what's happening. You get the 3 a.m. upload on the main channel, which obviously stopped over time. The RTG used to be 10 p.m. every single day, and then that changed because it wasn't inclusive of the current day's 6 p.m. content, and then that changed, and you know, I kind of just lost my way, and I did lose my way, and sometimes still I look at this RTG account and I think about excuse me guys, I'm still trying to get over this illness that I got last week. Sometimes I think about the question that I get asked quite a lot, actually, and the question is, if you wasn't a content creator, would you still play this game? And I think not only would I play this game, I would probably enjoy this game a lot more, because I would play it just how I wanted. And then the question becomes, well, how do you want to play it? I want the best Arsenal team. I just want to play for this best Arsenal team. I don't want to spend money on this game. I don't want to put, you know, I don't want to start putting like FIFA points on or anything like that. That would just ruin the experience for me completely. But I want the best Arsenal team. If I was playing this as just a regular consumer, not as a content creator, I would do what a lot of you guys do, which is build your favorite nation, your favorite team, or your favorite league, and just grind that one particular thing. And so I'm now kind of like sitting here like, I genuinely don't care if I get 9 wins, 11 wins, or 14 wins. I've kind of proven already to myself, and that was what it was important for. I've kind of proven already to myself that I can get sort of like 15 plus wins. We've got 15 a couple of times now, 14 many, many times now. And you only realize when you play with a good team and then the weaker team, you only really realize the difference that players like what you're seeing on the screen now make. They do make a huge, huge difference. And so it's a lot easier for me now to kind of like mentally deal with losing to a player that I feel like I'm better than, but because I've got a worse team, without me sitting there moaning and complaining and, oh, no, obviously he's going to win. Instead of just sitting there saying, well, that makes sense because I don't have the players to be able to be capable of doing what I needed them to do. And that's not to say that you can't win with a bad team, because I know there's a lot of you guys out there that win really, really well with some low-rated teams, some Evo teams and things like that. But I can't win with, or at least I can't win consistently with a bad team. However, this is going to be the end of the 5 games with this team. I thoroughly enjoy playing with this team. I'm enjoying getting Gabriel Jesus ranked up. I'm enjoying the team that we've got. I'm actually looking forward to building this Arsenal team up now towards team of the season and seeing what we can do with it. And like I say, for me, this feels like the start of the RTG again. It feels like RTG V2. But let's get in to a special pack. All right, guys. So after 10 champs games, we are 7-3. Generally quite happy with how this team is playing, but I am back to like scraping through wins rather than getting comfortable rage quit wins. But we're going to have Gabriel Jesus up to a 90 in no time. We are going to have Dennis Bergkamp replacing Declan Rice in no time. We're going to have Bobby Perez as well, who I think we're going to put on that right-hand side too. I am going to take the 2 icons and put them into the evolutions. And I really hope, I really hope that we can start developing this Arsenal team properly. And what I mean by properly is actually building towards the best players in the game that are Arsenal related. You'll notice there is a hole in my team, and that is because Bukayo Saka has been sold. And the reason why Bukayo Saka has been sold is because I really want to open that 750k store pack. Who do I have from Arsenal? Copy him right in there for now. I really want to open that store pack. Now, when it comes to evolutions, first and foremost, Mendy, I completely forgot that the whole point of the red Evo that I was saving was for Walters. And so there is now no value in having him just sitting here waiting, right? So we will claim one after the other. I don't think I have another one. Maybe I have one more. But we'll claim him there. And then I don't think I have another. Oh, I do have one more. So we get Walters up to a 93 rated. He's got Jockey Plus. He's got really good pace, really good defending, really good physical. But this is not a really good card, and I'll show you that shortly. That leaves us with just 6 Evos to go. I am going to finish Okafor. I am not going to finish, as I've already said to you guys before, these cards here. Don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm working on Gabriel Jesus right now. There's not a lot that we've actually got here with some of these icons. Secret stuff 1 and 2 I care about. Jack of all trades will use. The rest of it, I mean, we will. I'm sure we'll be able to use like Birthday Magic 1 or 2. We've got some players, even if it is El Neni, that just gets upgraded to this. Not good, but not the end of the world. We'll figure it out. I am actually quite tempted to start restarting some paths of these players. So with the evolutions, I've got 756,000 coins left right now. The Jack of all trades, which is the one that I'm most interested in, and the secret stuff. We've got 20 days to unlock these two, 18 days to unlock this. We will get those 500,000 coins, no problem. It's way easier to get to like 100 or 200,000 coins than it is 756,000 coins. And in fact, even with me opening this pack, even if we get nothing, you know, hopefully we get like worst case scenario Van der Sar, best case scenario Henry, or even Burkamp. Maybe then I'd rethink who I put in the secret stuff. But whoever we get in there, the fodder that we're going to get from it is actually going to be really, really handy. Now, this is why Walters is bad, guys. He is 2-star weak foot skill moves, which isn't bad. 4-star weak foot, which is very good. 6 foot tall, which is nice. Medium work rate isn't ideal. He can play centre-back, which is what we was doing for him. He's got brilliant pace, brilliant dribbling outside of ball control, but I actually think his dribbling is good enough. Insane defending, insane physical. He can't pass. He's got good defensive play styles, not great, but good defensive play styles, but no passing play styles either. So I am going to try him in some games. Not as a right back, though. I don't think he's going to be suited as a right back. We're going to play Kivior at left back. We're going to play Walters in at centre back as a 93 rated. You know, there's no point like sitting on him for literally 2 months at this point and then not using him. Catley will come back onto the bench for the time being over in Ketia. But the thing that we're all here for, or at least the thing that I'm here for to kind of finish up on, the thing that I'm most excited about is this pack. And you might be thinking to yourself, Nep, what are you doing spending 750,000 coins on a store pack? And I would never put money into this game to buy this pack, especially not on like an RTG or whatever. If you already spend money on this game, this is a good FIFA point value pack. If you don't already spend money on this game, do not be roped in to spend FIFA points on this pack. Find a way to get to 750k. You are going to get a guaranteed icon in here. You are also going to get 20 85 pluses, 3 guaranteed to be 89 or higher, 1 guaranteed to be an ultimate birthday icon. Off the back of this, we'll finish the icon pack as well, or icon player pick. I've started that already. But Henry has been coming out of this pack quite commonly. Also, Beth Mead and Bukayo Saka are in here. Dennis Bergkamp's in here. Worst case scenario, we use the fodder into the exchange. We go and get ourselves a whole bunch of Team of the Week player picks, which gives us tradable packs back, which starts towards our coin balance again. So let's see. Let's end off with this and see. We're starting with going to be Sorloth, which isn't too bad, actually. I did want to try him. So it's an 89 to start, and Lavelle, and a 90 alongside him. The thing that I'm just most excited about is the icon. can it be? If this is Thierry Henry, it is so game-changing for us. And it's one of the few chances we'll get to buy him. So we get Lavelle, Sorloth, Giacomakis, Lewa, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Paredes, Erdegaard, Jurelli, and De Ligt. Obviously, these 87s and above will go into the exchange. We're going to see this icon as soon as I turn the page. Wow. Okay. So it's not who I wanted, but it is a massive icon. It's Zambrotta. 5-star, 5-star, right back and left back. Great stats. I mean, it doesn't work towards the Arsenal section of the team that we're building, but we are going to still be playing with like non-Arsenal related teams as well. And Zambrotta and Van Nistelrooy is huge. Like Van Nistelrooy is probably going to be used as fodder eventually, to be honest. But we've also got Sadio Mane and Jayoro duplicates. That is a huge, huge icon. So Van Nistelrooy, Zambrotta, Sorloth, and Lavelle will all be going into the team for the next 5 weekend league games for tomorrow. So if you want to see that and the icon pick that we'll start with to put into the team as well, then make sure to hit subscribe. For now, guys, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. I'm out.